Hi, welcome to GenX Glam here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping in. It's great to meet you. If you're coming back, yay, welcome back. What are you up to? What are you doing? I'm getting ready to run some errands. It's my Saturday and there's some sun out. The sun has consistently been coming out over the past week. I mean, we've had some like showers here and there, but I thought it makes a lot of sense going into the next several videos to start highlighting some sunscreen in the skincare routine. So I personally have 4 brands of sunscreen, tinted sunscreen, in fact, that I kind of rotate through. And so I've been using this week Tower28. So that's what I'm using in this video as I get ready to run some errands. But I mean, crazy things are happening in the sky. Like, have you been fortunate enough to see some of this aurora action? I mean, the sun, man, everything revolves around the sun. So yeah, it's definitely good timing to start looking at putting some sunscreen into this whole giddy up routine. If you later check out the thumbnail, you'll see a lot of the products that I pulled out to use in this video. Again, I guess the star of the show, if I had to pick one, is the sunscreen, because I would like to be able to get on here and in the next week and do some get ready with me while I get ready for work and highlight these different sunscreens I have in my kit. I've already done my brows. I used my lip brow arch pencil, micro tip, love it. I used my Too Faced brow setter, fluff and hold. It's new for me. What else have I done? Oh, I exfoliated my lips with my e.l.f. exfoliator, because maybe this is the star of the show, because this is going to get some attention. I got influenced, shocker. I got influenced into trying this Wonderskin lip mask, and it goes on like this metallic blue purple, I guess, depending on, you know, what, which one you've purchased. And then my shade here is in XO. There's only, it's really XO. And like the bottom looks like it's like some sort of like pinkish mauve, but when it goes on, I don't know if it's just because it's my lip tone, I don't feel like it goes on this color, but I really, really like it. And it has staying power. So I like putting it on. I have been using it now for a couple days. I like putting it on and then putting like a lip oil or a gloss over it. So then when that like outer layer of gloss or oil wears off, still I have the stain under my lips, and then I just reapply another coat of the oil or gloss. So I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I think I'm gonna get another shade. So we're gonna be using that today. Also, that's something that came in the mail this week that I'm dying to use is the One Size setting spray, Until Dawn. My colleague raves and raves and raves about it, and if you watch videos online, you see a lot of people using this. Look, I haven't even broke the seal yet. So Charlotte Tilbury, One Size is coming for you. It's supposed to be really, really fantastic. Like, you're gonna stay put. And this, because I got the full size of this, I spent enough on Sephora to get an offer. So I got this free I don't exactly know how you say it, blush, which I thought was really fun, and I thought it would pair nice with this Rimmel powder brush. I pulled out my Guerlain, what do you call it, meteorites to possibly set with, but I also always have my Charlotte Tilbury palette nearby to set. I pulled out my LYS bronzing stick. I've already done a ton of color correcting. I had no idea. Maybe it was going to like the movie last night at 9:30 and it not getting out until 12:30. Maybe that's why I had some purple bags going on under my eye. But this week I actually did plus up my collection of these NYX Pro Fix-It sticks. So I use the color correcting green one every day. Pretty much is taken over. This is my top choice for green color corrector. I have e.l.f. I have a couple other brands. Really, really like this creamy crayon, as I've called it in the past, to get in like these areas where I've got like redness going on. I originally bought shade Vanilla, when I bought, and you can see like this is getting, I've used this quite a bit. So I originally brought shade vanilla when these dropped. I bought these 2 shades, and then I noticed it was on sale. I like to plus up my collection based on sale tags in the grocery store. So they had this on sale. This is, you can tell I haven't used it very much, just a couple of times. This is shade Peach, and it's interesting because I don't exactly know how these shade ranges work, how they, like naming conventions and all this, that, and the other. But it's interesting because like my vanilla is shade 5, and well, this actually is shade 0.04. Maybe it was off the shelf. When I picked this up, and I was like, it was also listed as 5, like on where it was in the display. And I was like, how can they both be 5? Okay, this makes sense. So I have peach, vanilla, and green. I've used those. I didn't think I was going to need to go into my Huda, but I'm glad that I could, because I needed this like deep, you know, sort of orangish color correcting today. This really is what took care of like the purple that I had going on, like right in the inners. I of course also used my NARS under eye concealer in Night Swan, but it just didn't do the trick. I threw in some HAUS Lab, my lip bar concealer. I've been sitting down here color correcting and concealing for some time, but now we're going to go over it with Tower28. But let me just show you what like a preview for what's coming. So we're going to try the Woa Glow later in the week, Dermatology, which you've seen me use, and Kosas, which you've also seen me use. So those are my 4. And then somewhere in my kit, and I'm going to find it, I have a really nice clear sunscreen that's supposed to go well with makeup. I can't exactly at the moment remember the name of the brand. My mom gave it to me last Easter. She liked it, and it's very nice. Can't remember the name of the brand, but I'm gonna try that, like a white sunscreen, sheer white with makeup, not tinted. So let's go in with my my Tower28. This is shade 15 Melrose, and I've used it several times since I got it. There is a significant array to choose from in the Tower28 sunscreen line. And by the way, this is 30. All right, so while we get ready, I was thinking of like just going into story time. I don't know if you remember our sub Jeanette mentioned that she was waiting to get hip surgery, and I had said, hey, what are you gonna do? I started a Discord channel for you so you can like tell us what you're doing, because I mean that's pretty, you know, that's significant, like especially when it's a pain in the butt to be on a wait list, but then once you get your, you know, you get in and you get fixed up, and then the recovery. So I was like, what are you going to do? Started this Discord channel. Well, Jeanette weighed in. She's got plenty of stuff to do. She's going to teach a couple classes. She's going to crochet. She said she's basically, and I love this comment, that she's going to apply the skills that she learned during COVID, right? So I think that is just so brilliant. But one of the other things she said she might do, and because I had said, are you going to learn a new game? She mentioned bridge, and I don't remember if I mentioned bridge, and that's why you mentioned bridge. I don't know, but you said your aunt played, and it was something that you would learn. You would check out some tutorials. All right, so let me tell you my bridge story. My aunt, my grandfather's sister, my Aunt Kay, she was an excellent bridge player, and I knew that she played bridge. She played bridge with my father when he was young. And bridge is a bidding game, and I love bidding games. I grew up on bidding games, pinochle, euchre, spades. Like, I love bidding games. So in the year 2000, the summer 2000, I decided I was going to start playing bridge. And that was, I had internet at home. I was like, found an EA that I don't think they still offer bridge. Found a website to play, got all excited, jumped on the website, started to try and just play, like didn't even really check into the rules. And it's a game. What do we think? How do you like that? How do you like that Tower28 Melrose shade? I mean, it's on there. I'm patting it in. Bridge is a game that you play with a partner, right? So if you screw up, you're not just screwing up your own score, you're screwing up a team score. So I got on and just like so arrogant. Well, I was quite young. I was very young in my earlier 20s. And I got on, I just started playing like I knew how to play. I'm like, I play bidding games. I mean, how hard can this be? It's in my blood, right? No. People were so mad at me. They were like, hey, what do you think this is? Spades? Pinochle? You need to go check out a book and learn how to play. And I was so offended. I was like, what are you talking about? Check out a book, learn how to play. And then I just started to think about it. I cooled my jets and I was thinking, yeah, you know what? Why not? So I was a card carrying member, library member. Look what I'm going in with, guys. It's been a while since you've seen this. This is the steal that I got at the warehouse, the warehouse sale. This Revlon 2-in-1. It's not my shade, but I bought it anyway because there was all the buzz around the table and it's discontinued. And I had FOMO. And so I was like, it's not my shade, but I'm going to make it work. Anyway, I pulled that out because I thought it was so much fun, you know, when I first got it, and I haven't used it a lot since. So I'm going in with it. So yeah, I was a card carrying member, New York City, a library system, which if you've ever, like, it's interesting because as we know, New York City is a huge place. And wouldn't you know that not every library, you're actually able to check out books. Like there was such a learning curve to me figuring out how to use the New York City library system, but I did. So by that time I decided I wanted to check out a book on bridge. I knew which library branch I needed to go to get that type of book. And I went in and I found the shelves. Shelves, it was plural. I could not believe how many books existed, and this is in the year 2000, on how to play bridge. It blew my mind. So I like piled them on, checked them out, got into reading, and then I felt so guilty. Once I started reading and understanding the game, it's just so sophisticated. It's a very sophisticated form of bidding, unlike any game I had ever played. So Jeanette, I know you said you were going to watch some YouTube tutorials, but, and I'm not going to give the advice in such a harsh way as I got it, but I really did find a lot of value in reading about the game, you know, rather than, I'm like thinking about it back in the day. If I could have watched a few YouTube tutorials, which I have watched for board games to get the gist on how to play board games, would I have been able to understand the game? I don't think so, because there are some, you know, you have to learn these bidding conventions. It's like a code. These conventions are like a code. And I pulled this out of my own personal library, Modern Bridge Conventions. And this is old. I bet this, let's look at the copyright here. Copyright 1981. Now, of course, I would have bought it in probably the early aughts. But it's Modern Bridge Conventions. But they also make Bridge for Dummies. And it goes through and it tells you all the different conventions and gives you like examples of hands. I recommend buying a book, either Bridge for Dummies or here, I'm sure there's another edition of this, Modern Bridge Conventions, William S. Root and Richard Pavlik. Okay, look at my motivation. Look at one point in my life I wrote on that Bridge for Winners. I was bound and determined to conquer this game. And there are so many different conventions. I haven't learned them all. But whenever I do learn a new one, I have this little journal that I started in the year 2000, and I still have it somewhere down here in my library. And I used to keep going in with the LYS. I used to keep this little journal by my computer station because computer station, my card table that held my desktop computer, yeah, and my folding chair that I sat in. I used to keep a little notebook, and every time I'd meet a partner and I would learn a new convention, I would just make notes. You know, it was just it's one of these games where honestly, I think you can spend a lifetime learning it. So that's sort of my bridge story. And if anybody ever wants me to do like a full-on video on like the Cliff Note version of how to play bridge, just let me know. I would be glad to do it. I could probably do it and give you like the very basic conventions, because there are some very standard generic conventions that most people know, right? And you say them before you begin the game. So everybody at the table, including your opponents, know what conventions you're going to use, because as you bid your hand, you're bidding based off the whatever conventions you and your partner agreed on. And a convention is basically just like a rule or something. Here's that S-A-I-E, Sai. I don't know how you say it, but you know, you've seen this around. I've seen it around. I don't own any of it in full size. This thing is going to last me forever. So, and look at how much more I have. Oh my gosh, we have to get going because you've got to see the star of the show. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Where are we at here? Yes, the Wonder. We're going in for the Wonder. The Wonderskin. Let me blend this out. So I exfoliated my lips. I don't know. If you've used this before, please chime in. I don't know if I've just bought into a gimmick. It seems, I like it. I've used it. It accomplishes the job that I want it to accomplish, to stain my lips so that I can put like a gloss or an oil over it and just reapply and still have some color under my lips. So if you've gotten into this Wonderskin, please, please, please make a comment so I know like I haven't just completely been duped by the internet. All right, so I'm going to tell you how this works. This is fun. All right, I don't know why I'm doing that. I just want to get a good amount on. Now, I'm not an expert on this, all right? I have actually watched some videos. See, videos versus reading. I would never read a book to tell me how to apply something like this, but I am going to read a book if I'm going to learn like a new game, well, card game, I guess. Complicated. Oh, look at it, see? We already went out of the lines, but it doesn't really matter. I can fix that with my tool. I actually haven't ever talked and put this on before. Look at this. Like, I'm like looking pretty like spacey, right? It's okay. We'll trust the process. This is one where you have to trust the process. You know what I'm saying? You leave this sit for like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, a minute. It's got to dry down. Oh, good. I have at my station what I need. I wanted to send this out in the tools giveaway because I think this is also an essential tool that you should have like at your station, like a little spray bottle, but it wouldn't fit in the envelope. So I pulled out my Kosas lip oil, which I rarely use. It was, I think I paid 100 points for it from Sephora. I think that's how I got it. So here we go. I mean, okay, let's go back in. I want to use a little bit more bronzer. I'm going to just use my finger. Remember I was talking about this bronzer with Fiza, because it has that defect, and I thought about it some more. It's so creamy. It sits at room temperature at our kits, and it breaks down. It gets even softer, and that's why I think it has the flaw where the actual stick breaks off from the base, and it does it in the blush too. So you just got to be careful with this one. That's all. You know, use your fingers, use your brush. You kind of, you know, you can be very gentle, but don't be cranking this thing in a very aggressive way, because you might find your stick go, and then you'll be bummed. And if you can avoid being bummed at any cost, at anything that you can do, if you can do some preventative maintenance on bumming yourself out, do that, because it sucks to be bummed, right? All right, I think we've let this sit for long enough. I can feel it like kind of cracking on my lips, but I don't want to forget. I'm going to go in with my Rimmel, and we're going to just take this fluffy brush and just kind of go over it. This Rimmel is really powerful. I'm looking pretty darn blushy to be running errands, man. It's not even dark out yet. I'm wearing makeup that should be, might wear in the evening, don't you think? We'll smooth out the edges, not to worry. We won't go out of the face. We won't go out of the house in clown face. All right, let's do this. Oh, I think I just sprayed you. All right, here we go. There, it's like coming up. And I will say, when I've taken this off in the shower, I know that it has stayed like it has actually stayed all day and not transferred on food or whatnot, because it comes off on my, I put my e.l.f. Holy Hydration lip balm on my $2 super soft base washcloth, and I, you know, go like that, and it comes off on the washcloth. So I know that I'm putting something on and it's staying, but I think it's just, it is not. I'm going to try to push this up here so you see it. It's like this is to me like some sort of like mauve, light mauve. That's what the swatch is. And if you look at it like on Amazon, which is where I bought it, that's also the swatch. To me, this is not mauve. It's, oh, we have some fallout. Sorry. You guys see all my fallout, don't you? I know that you do, because I see it sometimes when I watch the video back. And I'm like, oh, had some fallout there. But then eventually I'll come in with like the beauty blender or something and I'll get it off. But I hope that that's not too distracting for anyone. All right, so now I've got all the fallout off, like all those like metallic blue flakes, and this is it. But this is not like a light mauve. To me, this is like this is like a fleshy. I like it. Let's put the lip oil over top. It's just a clear lip oil, and see what that does. I hope it's just a clear lip oil. I hope this isn't a color changing one. I don't think it is. That doesn't look like a light pink mauve to me, but let's check for transfer. No transfer. No transfer. It's kind of nice. I like the theory of it all. I like the fact, this is nice Charlotte Tilbury. And I have experimented with doing lip liner like before and then putting on the metallic and doing it after. And it's definitely less of a fail. Less of a fail. That's the bar. Doing it after the wipe. So that is my little all over the place tutorial on how to use the Wonderskin. I have to wipe it off. I might get another color. If I do, I'll definitely like share it. And yes, and like I keep saying, stuff's coming in the mail. Stuff's coming in the mail. I can't help it that the mail's so slow. I can't. But I have an epic, I'm going to tease this. I have an epic e.l.f. giveaway coming in the mail, and I can't wait for it to come, and I'm not going to give any clues. Well, if you go on their website and you see what their latest bundle launch is, you might have a clue of what the next GenX Glam giveaway is going to be. And I'll give you another clue, because you know I love a good spoiler alert. I can't help myself. Jelly Pop, that's it. All right, that's all the clues. So I didn't realize this was also in my kit when I did my Too Faced Friday. It is their Melted Chocolate Matte Eyeshadow in the shade Cocoa Cream. So I thought, well, let's pull it out and just put it on today. I got it at the cosmetic company. This is another Too Faced for whatever reason, and it's not just here in Canada. It's in the USA as well at the cosmetic companies. Lands in cosmetic, Too Faced lands in cosmetic companies. I don't know. I guess, you know, there are certain brands like Clinique you can always find at a cosmetic company, and Too Faced as well. And it's kind of a fun brand. And I do, most of what I have from Too Faced is from cosmetic company, but some stuff will just probably never make it there. Like, for example, the new bronzing stick. I don't think we'll ever see that at, you know, at an outlet cosmetic store. But speaking of Too Faced, I love making noise here at my glam station. Speaking of Too Faced, I just want to set that with something. So I'm just going to go in with my tried and true, mix a bunch of colors together and just go for it. I love this brush from the Lip Bar. I love this when it's clean. It just makes me so happy when my favorite brushes are clean. Really does. I'm going to use the fluffier side to go around and just kind of smooth out all of these edges I have going on. And in terms of a powder bronzer, I pulled out my tiny, tiny, tiny little Iconic London little tiny bronzer. And this is the one that has the cream bronzer on the bottom as well. So it's a powder on top and a creamy bronzer on the bottom. I got it on Sephora, but I noticed that it's also on sale right now on Ipsy. So if you want to get yourself one of these bite-sized cream powder bronzer dealios from Iconic London, check out Ipsy. And yeah, you can check it out there. I got a lot going on myself for running errands. Elf, where are you? Never far. Elf is never far. I'm going to do this off camera. Yeah, if you watch my videos, you know how much I love mascara. And you know what I love more than mascara? Breaking the seal. Eyeliner. I'm being sarcastic. All right, let's go in with this. Let's see how fantastic. Oh, more noise. The meteorites. The GUERLAIN meteorites. Let's set all of this crazy train. Oh, man. The scent, guys. The scent. I'm going to be smelling myself during all of my errands. It's just like a very light powder. You know, if you really wanted to go in with it, I would take a stampy brush like that. You know what I mean? Like the kabuki is great for getting your forehead, getting your cheeks, getting your neck, and all that stuff. But to really, I'm going to break something. To really kind of get in these finer areas, you just kind of need a stampy stamp brush. And that's going to be it from me. Like I said, I'm going to finish. Oh yeah, I was being sarcastic. I hate putting on mascara. And when I hate more than mascara is eyeliner. So I never do those. Well, I never do the eyeliner. I see the value, man. I see the value in mascara. It's a pop of color on those lids. Ugh, lashes. It's fantastic. And yeah, that's it. Let's give the one size oh wow. I'm just absorbing it all. There's a scent, but it's not off-putting. I don't hate it. That was kind of fun. I'll let you know how all the wearing and tearing goes throughout the day. Remember, this was Tower28. Well, next time we get together, I'm going to be trying, I don't know, one of the others that I showed you that are in my kit. And I got to clean up here and get myself out the door. But again, thank you. If you're new, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed my extemporaneous style mom in the basement coming at you video. And if you're coming back, that's the tea. This is what's been going on. And I will see you in the next video. Stay well and take care, everyone.